Welcome back, everybody. This is take two, Dovetails. For years, almost as long as I have been doing woodworking, there has been more discussion and more arguments about dovetails. Do you make them tail first? Do you make them pin first? How steep of an angle do you use? Can you use a wider angle in softwood and a narrow angle in hardwood? How thick should the pieces be? Do the dovetails go on the sides of a carcass or do they go on the top and bottom of the carcass? It all does make a difference. So here's my contention. So I made this little stool. Hard rock maple. Little bit of curly figure to it. Made this many years ago. I made it with the tails on the top because I didn't want the sides pulling out if the glue should fail. It's a little footstool, so when you put pressure on it downward, the sides don't splay out. Everything's pinned together. In fact, this little rail has a dowel, two dowels in it, holding that in place. So this is as solid as the day I made it. Now, over the years, it has expanded and contracted over and over, and a few little cracks have formed. Not a problem. But if this were a cabinet, and this were the top of my cabinet or the bottom of my cabinet, and I dovetail it this way, I will not be able to hang it from this top piece. Because if that glue should fail, this will pull off. So you have to turn it the other way if you're going to do it for carcass construction, so that you hang it from this piece, right, where the pins come through, and the tails lock the top and bottom together. Now, I don't want to go long. My other contention is when you're making boxes or cases or crates, you want it so that the tails are on the front and back, not the sides, because if you're going to put a handle on the sides of a crate and you're going to pull on that, it won't come apart. But I have always found dovetails unattractive. Yes, that's true. Oh, but Walter, if you make in walnut and maple or cherry and maple, yeah, contrasting woods make for an attractive joint. However, excuse me, if you go back far enough in history, you will find furniture built where the carcass, the frame of the piece, is dovetailed together at the top and bottom. You'll see aprons dovetailed on. But oftentimes, you will see, like let's say this was the top of a cabinet. Oftentimes, you will see a molding get applied over the joint, so you won't see the joint. It's hidden. Was that coincidental? Or was that done on purpose? Because they didn't want their joinery showing, and they were trying to do something in a certain style, so you need a cornice, some sort of plinth, a mid-rail, etc. Now, even with drawers, on higher quality furniture, you don't see the dovetails on the front corners of the drawers. They're usually half-blind dovetails. They are strictly for strength, for construction. Yes, some of the craftsmen go to nth degree, creating multiple width dovetails, and how fine can we make the dovetail, etc., etc. But is that necessary, or is that vanity? So I don't know. What do you think? What say you? Is the dovetail function over form, or is it form over function? That's about it. I still feel cruddy. Doctor gave me some medicine. We'll see what that does. But for right now, I'm limiting my time in the workshop. It's cold and it's dry out here. But it's good therapy. Come out, do a little something. Thanks for stopping by. It means so much to me. If you have any questions, comments, I'd like to hear your commentary on the Dovetail Joint. And if you have done any research, I've read a lot of books on old furniture and old ways of constructing things, and maybe perhaps we should do some simple series of building different woodworking joints and which ones hold together and for how long. So, like, subscribe, and share. Head out to your shop. Go make some shavings. Walter out.